City series cigars and citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M-Checks, back with another comparison review. I have the 2020 Flint 13 scheduled to release this Saturday, May 30th. And here I have the 2010 release to compare them to. Now, I did try to tell you a few videos ago that we were going to get a shock drop for these via the Sneakers app this past Sunday on the 17th, and we did. So shout out to everybody who watched the video and believed in my prediction. Hopefully you were prepared for the shock drop and were successful on it. But anyway, let's check these out. All right. See, I know I like to get up close and personal, show all the details. But here's a full 360 view. Well, that's more than 360, but y'all know what I mean. Here they are from the front. Let's get in close. They definitely seem to do their thing with the quality of these. Nice leather on these too. Real smooth. Now, in comparing these to the 2010 pair, I want y'all to keep in mind that number one, my 2010 pair has been worn quite a bit and is obviously 10 years older. And number two, as you can probably already see from the obvious size difference, these are two different sizes. The 2010 pair is an 8.5 and the 2020 pair is an 11. But yeah, anyway, the leather quality seems to be better on the newer pair than it is on the 2010 pair. The 2020 pair has a 13 Roman numeral on the back of this little Jordan thing, whereas the 2010 pair does not. The holes on the tongue seem to be a little bit more fine on the 2020 pair. And up here at the top, you'll see that the Jumpmen are stitched differently. Seems to pop out a little bit more on the 2010 pair, whereas the stitching style on the 2020 pair is a little bit more flat. If you haven't already peeped, you should definitely be able to see from here that these blues are not the same. It's a little bit darker on the 2020 pair. And also, even though you can't see it right now, the navy part on the 2020 pair is reflective just like it is on all the other Flint 13s, except for the 2010 pair, which is the only Flint 13 release that doesn't have that reflective part. I'm sure most of y'all probably know about this already, but just for those of y'all who don't, let me just take a picture with my phone real quick. If you own a pair of reflective 13s, when you take a picture of them or in them, this is how they're going to come out. You can't really see it that well from here, but from certain angles, this little hologram thing does look a little bit different. The hologram on this 2020 pair seems to be a little bit more orange dominant, whereas the hologram on the 2010 pair seems to be a little bit more green dominant. And, you know, once again, that varies, you know, from different angles, but just in general, that's how I see it. Here's the other side. Now, I've noticed the trim on this navy part is thicker on the 2020 pair, which kind of reminds me of the OGs. The sock liner comes up a little bit higher over here on the 2020 pair, whereas on the 2010s, it doesn't really come up much at all. Here's the back. Not much differences from the back, except little cut differences like this thing right here. On the 2020s, it's a little bit more thin. Around the 2010s, you see it's a little wider. And surprisingly, these grays are nearly identical. That's something I would have imagined being a little different year to year, because so many shades of gray. On the inside, they have the navy blue sole with the Carolina blue Jumpman. Now, the 2010 pair had the gray insole, and even though I wore them out, the Jumpmen were white. Pause. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, pause. The soles are pretty much the same. Just minor shade differences on the blue parts. And if you look closely, the little white dots here are a little bit more fine on the 2020 pair than they are on the 2010s. But those are really minor differences. Comes in this box, which heavily resembles the box that the original Flints come in. The biggest difference being the box label, but even that's pretty similar in some ways. And as you can see, retail is $190. And y'all know the 2010 pair came in this gray Jumpman box. Alright, so overall, nice retro. Couple minor things that I would change on them if I could, but overall, I still give them a thumbs up. You know, doing all these comparison videos from retro to retro really makes me think about getting some OGs. Because even when they do a good job on the retros, like they did on both of these, this still ain't nothing like the originals. Obviously, this shoe is very in demand, so it will sell out instantly. However, I do feel like we will get a lot of restocks on these, kind of the way we did with the Fire Red 5s. Resale on these shouldn't be that crazy. I know a lot of pairs sold early for a pretty decent amount, but once these release, I don't see them going for more than 300 at the most. They'll probably be around 300 after they sell out on Saturday, and then the price will stay there for the next couple of days. And once people start getting their pairs in from the online orders, that'll start to go down, maybe towards about 250 at the lowest. And it'll probably bounce around that range for a little while. But, you know, I don't expect these to be going for 400. But either way, for resales, it's definitely worth the investment. Even if the price isn't over 300, it's still going to be profitable. Especially if you get multiple pairs, it'll definitely be worth the flip. So if you don't get these on release date at 10 a.m. or whatever time it is for you when they release, don't panic. You should try to catch a restock or at least wait a week or so until the resale prices start to go down. Good luck to everybody who's trying to cop a pair of these for themselves to wear. I hope you're all successful Saturday. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and have all the video notifications turned on so you can stay up to date with my new content. Thank you all for watching. Please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all next time.